It's a family affair.
It is a family affair. I love non-blood family. There's nothing like it. So I have some black jelly beans. Do you like jelly beans?
I do like jelly beans.
Would you like some jelly beans?
Sure.
Go for it. So this is No Future, and No Future is near and dear to my heart, and I love the way we met. It's one of my favorite stories in the world.
Okay.
Because not only did we meet, we continue to remain now non-blood family. I feel like you're my family. Do you feel like I'm your family?
Yes.
We
We
are.
had a baby shower. That was cool.
I did come to your baby shower. I love what I got for
You guys
your
still have
baby.
the doll that like ripped up what?
They give you a ripped up
No,
doll.
you gave me the one that looked like was it a ripped up doll? It looked like a zombie kid, like one of those stuffed animals. You can
Oh
see.
yeah. I did give you that. Yes. Does he know? Does he like it?
It sits up there. I'm afraid he's gonna choke on it at this point.
Yeah, he's still
'Cause
pretty
he's still
little.
putting everything in his mouth, so it's kind of crazy.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. But besides that, you want to know how we met?
How'd you meet?
Do you want to tell it?
Sure.
Good.
I walk dogs, so I was walking a dog near Washington Square Park, and I found her card on the floor. I had been talking to the label she had been working with before that, so I just saw it, and I was like, all right, yeah, let me hit her up, and then started talking to her. We started working on like a track, and then I came to the show, did an interview, and that started happening. It was just very random though, because it was this card on the floor. I was like, hey.
That's an unusual
Yeah,
story.
but the
Very
thing
weird.
is, he wrote to me on MySpace and
Before it died.
wrote like, "Do you want to collaborate on a song?" So I remember writing back to him like, "Did you write this to like 500 people, or are you actually writing to me?"
Right, it's family.
Yeah, and he said, "No, I found your flyer in Washington Square Park on the ground. I'm writing to you." And I said, "Okay, well then I'll talk to you." And then we did, and then like we tried to work on a song, nothing happened, and then months and months later he came on as a guest, and then we actually made a thing, like we're gonna write a song together, and we did, and I love that song. It's called Stop, and it's one of my favorite songs. It's gonna be on our compilation, the first ReW and WhO Volume 1 compilation CD.
What's it called?
Rising Stars and Living Legends, Volume 1, yeah. And it's going to correlate with our second year anniversary at Otto's Shrunken Head, which is on Joey's birthday.
Oh, this is exciting.
Yeah, but Joey's birthday falls on a Saturday this year,
Right.
so the bookend Wednesdays is when we're going to start, celebrating the 2-year anniversary.
Mm.
So it's a lot of stuff going on, and that's why this April Fool's is just kind of, what is it? What's the word? Not grounding us, but not humbleizing us. I don't know, making us have a big freaking question mark. That's what it is. I don't know. What is it? What is it? So what's up with you? You now play in a bunch of bands.
Yes.
Can you talk about
Yeah, I play guitar and sing a little backup with the Sled Junkies. When I do my own solo stuff, so we're focusing more on the Sled Junkies because we're sluts and junkies at the same time, so it's kind of fun. A little good old rock and roll and shit.
them? It's a great band.
It really is.
I love the Slut Junkies. I love you all. You're like a great.
It's a lot of fun.
It's
It's good
a,
chemistry. We can chill together. We can smoke. We can play. And
you
just, like,
look
jam
so
around
good
shit.
together
It's
too.
pretty cool.
I mean, it's a visually attractive band, I have to say. And that does matter.
Yeah.
You guys have it. You guys.
Where do you rehearse?
Jersey.
In Jersey, so you got like a house that you put
No, yeah. Our drummer lives out like in Oakland or something, so we take a couple trains out there. But they come to the city every once in a while. We'll go to like Astoria Soundworks and just do it there.
How many times a week do you rehearse?
At the moment, like maybe once or twice, because we have to go out to Jersey. Everybody, our bass player works during the day, not during the day, during the week at night. So it's on the weekends usually, and then we'll go out there like twice a week.
When somebody writes a song, what do you like kind of rehearse it right
Right now,
there? Do you send each other like MP3 files?
well, our bass player will do that sometimes. I'll do that. I'll write like a thing on guitar, but a lot of it's actually just been us jamming. We'll get together and just start fucking around.
That's the best way,
Yeah,
though.
no, that's how you got to do it.
Yeah.
It's good to sit down and write, but like I'd rather do it like in a more organic, like cohesive way. Feeding off other people.
Absolutely. That's one thing, unfortunately, they don't do that as much as they used to.
Everything's all manufactured.
Yeah, too much manufacturing. It should be more. It should be more like a group jamming setting.
It's supposed to be like a harmony thing, you know, like all our souls are coming together for a moment, like musically and shit. So like you can't pre-script that, you can't come up rehearsed and shit. I mean, after you write the song, I guess it becomes rehearsed, but it should like evolve out of like something, like a moment, I think, like a snapshot.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, is that how you write?
That's how I did it, you know, that I would have people come in and we would rehearse it. Actually, like my album was actually done in the studio. I mean, written, conceived the whole thing. But what I liked about it was that when I was laying down basic tracks, I would be with the drummer or the, you know, and the bass, the guitar, and things like that. And then we would do overdubs. But there was the live rhythm section, and that was priceless. That, you know, to be able to do that. And I know today, like I just had somebody, you know, send me a tape, and you know, it was all, you know, with the drums or, you know, lay bass track that, which I really don't mind doing. But you know, the thing is that it's not as, you know, that warmth.
Yeah.
That's where my abstract skills just never stop. Whenever I play, I have to say, I feel our bands are never really metronomy whatsoever. They're more like, I like playing with people and letting them play it how they feel it.
You know.
So when I switch band people or, you know, whoever's playing, they're always like, how do you want it? And it's always like, however you play it is how I want it. So there's never really a specific way. So I feel like whenever songs are played by different people, they all have their own unique sound. It's never that, you know, carbon copy or whatever.
But you know, I was reading this thing about Paul McCartney with Hey Jude, and what happened was that George Harrison. I was just saw this documentary on George when we were talking about him earlier, and what happened was Paul came in and he was playing the chords on piano, and George was doing some, like, you know, kind of like weird stuff on guitar, and you know, Paul said, you know, I don't really, that's not how I want the song to be. And, you know, he got a little, you know, offended. But, that, you know, Paul was like saying that, you know, of course, you know, everybody thought that, I was trying to be the big boss and I was trying to be, you know, the autocratic ruler. But he said, but actually, the way I, you know, had the song in my head, that wasn't what, and then I had to tell him what to do.
So how did it turn out?
No,
Paul's way or George's way?
No, it turned out Paul's way, the way he actually wrote it. But na 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 na, George.
Oh yeah, exactly.
I mean, I guess it really
I guess that's where he got the name.
Yeah, exactly.
I remember that.
What?
I think it really depends on the type of songwriting you're doing, because like some people do the jam thing. Like I do the jam thing a lot, but then there'll be times where I sit down and write I do production also, so I mess around with like MIDI and stuff like that,
right,
where I'll design everything, all the words, all the instruments.
But are you the only artist on those tracks?
No, most of the times, yeah, but there'll be other times where it'll be with bands. When I first started out, where I'd write the guitars, then I'd come up to give like the bass player his idea, like kind of this is before we would really jam and we had that groove to be able to like just kind of work together. So there'll be a lot of times I'll sit down with an acoustic and I'll come up with an idea, I'll write lyrics, and then in my head I hear the symphony, you know, and then I get the other people to come in, and then the drummer's playing the other pedals. You gotta stop that shit. You're ruining the song. If we're writing, there has to be. It depends on the songwriting, you know.
And some of the people I play with are like that,
Yeah.
and they get mad at me that I'm too lax because it becomes too like that.
Yeah, I mean, there's supposed to be like a fine
Simple.
balance between like technique and
I
also
was gonna
songwriting.
say, I was gonna say that.
That's why I like Paul Gilbert, because he'll shred his ass off, but he'll write a rock song. Like Steve Vai, he's very showy. Like John Petrucci, he's like mega guitarist.
So Anthony, besides all this shit, can you share a skeleton? I need a good skeleton today because this day I might have a few skeletons later after this show. Yeah, I love skeletons. And do you have any good ones? You get to get the chocolate powder.
Yeah. Not recently, but in the last couple of years, I had this like thing with having sex in public places.
Is that right?
Would be. If we've gone into hotels that we weren't staying at and going into the bathrooms, on train platforms.
Yeah!
We've been in studios, like at Astoria Soundworks, where we just sneak out of the studio and just go to a bathroom, or just trying to like get over on everybody.
Now, we had that guest on the show a couple weeks ago that wrote the book about what he did in
trash.
college. Yeah, so I'm curious to know, didn't he have like 2-minute ones or 45-second sex?
No, he said he had
40
one
oh,
like
so
episode of 45 seconds.
So what's your time slot here?
It really depends. If you're on the train platforms, you
Yeah,
gotta
I
move
mean,
quick. Like if it's like
so
you
do
know,
you-
Is that local or express?
Is that a win-lose situation or a win-win
it's
or a
more like,
lose-win?
you know, it's like kind of IOU. You know, I'm gonna put a down payment on the excitement. We're gonna finish this when we get home.
All
But,
right.
like,
Do
in
you
a
wanna
hotel,
be
you can kind of
chocolate?
bug around a little bit more. You know.
Well, in a hotel bathroom, you mean?
Yeah.
Like, do you go in the
Not
girls'
in the
room or
room.
the
Yeah,
bathroom?
no.
Or the
We went
boys'
to a
room?
place near where I used to work as a tax accountant on like 47. And,
I'm a tax accountant,
yeah, I
and
used
I'm
to be.
going to take a little break.
We went into the bathroom. We went into like this Marriott. Went upstairs to the first floor. They had a men's room where the stall where like you would go to take a crap.
Yeah.
It's just you by yourself. You close the door. Like there's not other bathrooms associated with it. So we just closed the door and went in there. Just you hear people opening and closing the door outside, but like they can't. The door's closed. It's, you know, it's kind of cool. It's random.
All right. So we're going to come back on April Fools, and we'll be back with more Who Knows What?
Who knows?
ReW and WhO.
ReW and
Like
WhO.
us.
Okay.
The nights go by